This is what we wanted to see, guys. You gotta beat the teams that you're supposed to beat. The Raptors in their last 3 games have been playing teams Chicago, Orlando, and Atlanta here tonight. Those 3 teams, as much as Orlando put up a good fight yesterday, and they have shown to be a very good-looking young team right now, you should beat them in a sense. And the Raptors take care of all 3 teams. They get the victory in Atlanta, 124-108. And guys, for all those Kyle Lowry haters or all those people saying, oh, Kyle Lowry's been terrible, bench him, trade him, do all that kind of stuff. Kyle Lowry in the game today, 21 points on 7 of 12 shooting, 12 rebounds, 17 assists. Now, ideally, he has he was passing a ton in the game today. 4 of 4 from the line, 3 of 6 from 3, plus 28 on the floor. Now, I don't care if you're playing the Atlanta Hawks or the Golden State Warriors. You put up a number like that, that is nice. Triple-double for Kyle Lowry, always beautiful to see. And no Kawhi Leonard tonight, guys, in the back-to-back. No problem for the Raptors. Pascal Siakam chips in quite nicely. 22 points, 4 boards, 3 assists. JV, big night, getting the start in this one. 24 points, 13 rebounds, 9 of 12 from the field, 1 of 2 from 3, plus 21 on the floor was Jonas Valanciunas. He had a big, big night there today, guys. What a great job by JV. Now, let's break this puppy down quarter by quarter here. How about that? Now, when I say right here, the Raptors won all 4 quarters. That right there is great to hear, guys. It's great. 29-24 in the first quarter, kind of a back-and-forth type of game. Raptors up by 5 after the first quarter. Second quarter, you allow only 20 points. The Raptors really dig in defensively in that second quarter. And guys, it was a tough time offensively too. But as the quarter went on, Nick Nurse calls a big timeout there late in the second quarter, and the Raptors put them on siege there late in the second quarter. And they're plus 6 in the second quarter. They're plus 10. Plus 11, excuse me, at the half. Exactly where you want to be on the road in Atlanta. Now, what was the terrible quarter against the Orlando Magic? The third quarter. How was that today? 31-29 in favor of the Raptors. You won the third quarter. That's all you need to hear. Plus 13 after 3 quarters of play with the Raptors. And in the fourth, 38-35. A big high score in fourth quarter in favor of the Raptors there. And they win by 16. So guys, when you win every single quarter, you're going to win every single game. Now, ideally, you can't do that on a consistent basis. You're not going to see that on a consistent basis. I don't even know if the Raptors won every quarter against the Bulls. They might have. I'm pretty sure they actually did win every quarter against the Bulls. If not, then it doesn't matter. They still crushed them. But, guys, tonight the story was the ability to shoot the basketball. Guys, in the last, little while, the Raptors have not been able to shoot, period. Not just from 3. In general, they have just not been good at all. And to start the game today, the Raptors were horrific from 3-point range. They ended up finding their stroke later on, and so did the entire team. They found their stroke, not only shooting the 3, but even just regular shots, they were making them. 53% from the field, 38% from the 3, 11 for 29, 74% from the line, 17 for 23. And guys, the rebounding was incredibly good. Raptors were plus, where am I here? 21 on the regular boards, plus 5 on the offensive glass, 33 assists for the Raptors. I mean, Kyle Lowry had over half of them, I guess. But great job there. 6 steals to their 10. They blocked us 7 times. We only blocked them 1 time. Problem, though, turnovers. 17 turnovers. At one point, guys, if I'm not mistaken, the Hawks had 17 points off of 10 turnovers. That's not very good. The Raptors do end with 17 turnovers. They only get 9. They only have 9 turnovers. Not very good, guys. But you know what? That's really the only thing I got to say, though. They made their shots. They looked all right today. Look, they didn't start out great shooting the basketball. But about, 5 or 6 minutes to play in the second quarter till the end of the game, they were firing on all cylinders. They looked like they couldn't miss a shot. They looked like the Raptors of the first, 12, 13 games? And No Kawhi Leonard in it. Guys, look, as much as we talk about this team struggling over the last little while, losing 3 straight and then coming back and winning 3 straight now, I mean, against teams you should beat, but look, today, no Miles, which I know he's been kind of a liability this year, but he is still a portion of this team. Kawhi Leonard, no. Anunoby, no. No Norman Powell either. Those are, what, 4 guys that are usually in your rotation that are either injured or sitting for rest. The Raptors are in a tough position right now, health-wise. Remember their depth at the wing? Remember that when that was so big to start the year? Yeah, well, you lose OG, you lose CJ, you lose Norman Powell. Lorenzo Brown has been getting significant minutes this season. He played 15 again today. Greg Monroe played some significant 13 minutes in the game today. And look at this, guys. Serge Ibaka didn't get the start, but he played 21 minutes coming off the bench. 19 points, 9 rebounds on 8 of 11 shooting. Only 1 of 4 from 3, guys, but he was a +4 on the floor. Incredible job. Fred VanVleet, 5 of 11, 1 of 3 from 3, +15 on the floor with 11 points and 6 assists. When he's starting, he seems to be shooting the ball all right. Now, ideally, he was a shooting guard today. And who's our usual guy? Danny Green. And who replaced Danny Green? Kawhi Leonard. Yeah, no thanks. I love Freddie, but he's got to find a way to do it off the bench because that's where he's going to be right now for the Toronto Raptors. And guys, you know what? As much as these 3 games were must-wins, you got to get the job done. And they did. The Raptors continue their, record-setting start. They are now 15-4 on the year, guys. And if I'm not mistaken, they are still tied with the Milwaukee Bucks for the best record in the entire NBA, for that matter. I don't know. Is Milwaukee playing tonight? We'll have a look at this right on the podcast, guys. Or podcast. Wow. They're crushing Portland. 138-95 are the Milwaukee Bucks. So there goes that kind of number. And look at that. The New York Knicks beat the Boston Celtics 117-109, and Boston is 9-9 on the year, guys. If I'm not mistaken, 9-9 on the year. That is ridiculous. Kyrie can't do 43 every night. But you know what, guys? We're here talking Raptors. Next up for these Raptors, they play Friday as well as the Leafs. So we all have a day off tomorrow to kind of take it easy, relax, enjoy ourselves. And then tomorrow, on Friday, we all get back in action as the Raptors take on the Wizards, the Washington Wizards, at home. They're coming back home against the Wizards. 7:30 tip-off at Scotiabank Arena, as the Raptors kind of want to keep this ball rolling. Look, record-wise, the Wizards are 6-11, which they were a lot worse. You can't put John Wall, you can't put Bradley Beal, and all those other guys past them. Don't look at the record. You can't look at that and say that's the team you're playing. John Wall, we all saw what he did in the playoffs last year to the Raptors. Bradley Beal can get hot at any time. Kelly Oubre, if he misses his first shot, he's done. But look, we all focus on that one game now. We enjoy today's victory the way it was. You enjoy the last 3 the way they were. And you move on from it as fast as you can and focus on the Wizards. Because the Raptors play the Wizards. And this is where the schedule starts getting really difficult, guys. Before we wrap this video up, I'm going to talk about the schedule coming up for this team. And it is not favorable. Here we go. Wizards at home. Miami at home. 2 teams who really haven't found themselves yet, but they're still a team that could possibly beat you at any point in time. And the Wizards have been playing well lately. The Miami Heat are 6-11 as well. And then you have Memphis in Memphis, and that team has been playing so well to start the season. They're 11-5. Then you play Golden State at home. Then you play in Cleveland, but then you're home for Denver and then Philly. Then you're in Brooklyn, but then you're at home for Milwaukee. Then you go to the Clippers, you go to Golden State, you go to Portland, you go to Denver, home for Indiana. Like, this, guys, the month of December is going to be a long one. And even the end of November, guys, we got to take this game by game. All right? I just went through a bunch of teams, and you can name 3/4 of those teams who are playoff teams. So, like I said, game by game, the first one is Washington at home, 7:30 on Friday night. All right, so you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. You guys enjoyed this video, and you guys enjoyed the victory today. Smack that like button. Do appreciate that. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below, guys. What'd you think of the game today? Who's your MVP? I think there's no doubt about it. OG Anunoby. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. He didn't even play. Kyle Lowry is obviously our MVP in the game. Triple-double, my goodness. And crazy. What is it, 21, 12, and 17? Ridiculous numbers for Kyle in the game. Everyone talking about how he's done and everything. There's a triple-double for you. He ain't going anywhere. Guys, we saw this early in the year. Can't say it's just dwindling off. What a great job by Kyle. It also helps that his teammates were making shots as well. But we're going to have to see how things continue for this team, all right? So hit that like button if you guys enjoyed this one. Hit the subscribe button if you guys have not already. Comment down below everything about this game, guys. And Evan and I will talk to you guys tomorrow afternoon, podcast edition. Link is in the description for the podcast channel and for the podcast itself on iTunes, guys. Twitter is also down below. Follow up, send me a DM, do all that great stuff. And I will talk to you tomorrow, not tomorrow, Friday night Leafs edition. As they're in Columbus taking on the Blue Jackets, looking to get back into the win column after that tough loss here tonight against the Carolina Hurricanes. And as for the Raptors, as we've been talking about, they take on the Washington Wizards at Scotiabank Arena, looking for our 4th straight victory, looking to get on a nice groove, and you cannot take the Wizards lightly. They're 6-11, doesn't mean squat. You gotta play hard. Kawhi Leonard will be back in the lineup for Toronto. It's CJ Miles, guys. I don't know what's going to happen with him, OG. They have a day off before they play the Wizards, so we're going to have to wait and see what happens there, guys. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys enjoyed everything about the video and all these videos this season. I hope you guys enjoy them, and I will talk to you guys on Friday Night Leafs and Raptors edition, and hopefully for 2 wins, because that would mean a great Friday night for the city of Toronto. We'll talk to you guys then.